What is happening, y'all? Welcome back to the walkthrough, and we've got a slight change of plans. We are going to be heading down into catacombs to finish up the Tomb of Giants and kill Nito. After doing so, we will have completed the base game with the exception of the final boss, and then in the episode after this, we will be tackling the DLC. So, let's see. First thing we're going to do is warp on down to the catacombs bonfire. So from the catacombs, we'll just take a quick rest, just in case we die on the way there, but we really shouldn't. If you head over to our blacksmith here, and you've been following along, we do have a couple of new embers to give him. The large flame ember, as well as our chaos ember. This is going to allow you to upgrade your weapons further down these paths. So, pretty sweet. He's going to make some neat old stuff for us now. I don't have anything upgraded to the point where it would show, but that is who we give those to. And then we're also going to be grabbing a large divine ember in this episode. But for now, let's go ahead and throw on, if you've got it, the sunlight maggot. If you don't have it, you might want to toss on one of these bad boys. Let's see, where are we? Where are we? Jesus, I guess I went the wrong way. Skull Lantern. You might want to put on the Skull Lantern. The Skull Lantern makes light. But we don't need the Skull Lantern because we've got the Sunlight Mega Helm. So, we will put back on our typical Grass Crest Shield for that sweet action. And let's put on... yeah, sure, we'll put on the Avalon Ring, that doesn't matter. Let's go with some Armor of Thorns, just to show it off. Not quite like rolling. Alright, yeah, we'll put it there. Nah, we won't. Nah, we don't. Anyway, so leaving there, we've got our bone wheel buddies. Parkour. It's gonna be. Just gonna head down to where we had killed Pinwheel and then pick up from there. Drop down. Honestly, let's see, what's my strength at? 33, okay. Very close to just switching over to that axe. So, climbing up here, we will be following these little prism stones, but first there is a item for us up this direction. Sweet. And now we'll head back, just to show you what it looks like if you don't have the sunlight helm. It's going to be fairly dark. This is not even nearly as dark as it gets. I mean, it'll be just about pitch black. So if I start following this, like, you can't see anything. So it's very useful to have one of those on. So sunlight back on. Now we're just going to be following these prism stones. First we've got a easy walk across, and we should have big old skelly boy. So we'll take him out and take a couple hits. Now you can use your blessed weapon in this area. Nobody respawns except for in the boss fight. So you don't have to by any means. But the Zweihander that we've got just quite a bit in just knocking down those big skellies. Anyway, you're also going to have bone piles everywhere. You can roll through all of the bone piles. So, one, be careful not to roll off the edge, but two, you don't have to swing to break them. Next, we're going to slide down this one. Another skelly boy and an item. Large soul. Now we'll slide down the next one. And after this one, no more prism stones. So we just have to trust that the next thing we're gonna do is go down another one. However, this time, as we are going down our big old tomb, we're gonna stick tight to the right. You're not gonna fall off onto anything except for a humanity. So stick tight to the right, fall off here. If you miss it, don't worry. There's a way to get back up to it. But anyway, it's just a humanity, so it's not like it's a very limited resource. And here we've got our boy Patches.
You look reasonably sane.
We're gonna come back to him in just a second. First, hang a left, head down to this ladder, and here we have the Tomb of the Giants bonfire. This is warpable, so you can always come back here at any point. Really nice. You could kindle this one. It's not a bad idea. I'll probably be fine with the 19 SS I've got, and if I need to kindle the last bonfire, I will. Anyway.
Good day. What are you doing in the cafe?
Talk to Patches. He asks, are you a cleric? You're going to answer no. You answer yes, it's going to mess up the quest line. So, tell him no, he's like, oh, cool. Well, then you're a chill lad. How about you go look at that treasure?
I found it first. In any case.
So, obviously, nothing suspicious about that. We'll walk off through the ledge, peer down. Oh my god, look at all of that treasure. I love treasure. This is what I do, my friend.
This is what I do, my friend. The trinkets I'll be stripping off your corpse, that's the real treasure.
Alright. So he's gonna strip the trinkets off my corpse. Unless we make it out of here, which will be easy. We'll grab our large soul, which should be a skull lantern, and another soul item. So anyway, just keeping the drop off to our right side, and it's not a very big area, so don't worry, you're not going to get lost, but keeping the drop off to the right side, I'm going to stick to the wall, head on up here, and grab us the white titanite chunk, and then a couple of these boys will pop up, easy kills, and then, as we walk forward, you'll recall Tubby and the bandits, well, here's their maiden.
You're no hollow. Thank goodness. Please be careful.
And she's down here. Chubby boys are fighting. They're going to want to kill you, and they're going to try to kill her. But we are going to be an absolute G. And
thank goodness. Please be careful.
And we're going to take them out for her.
Night. Who would let heavens?
Alright, so just start walking this way, and we'll have these homies try and fight us. Oh my. Now they are miracle boys, so they can cast some miracles to increase their own health, but anyway, with them dead, we'll just go back over, talk to Lady. She's like, oh my god, my hero. Chivalry's not dead.
I'm certain.
She's like, they would be so happy that you killed them. Like, they really would be so happy if they were alive to remember the fact that you killed them. Alright, cool. So that is it for down here. Now we just run on the direction that the two tubs were. And we're going to do a couple of awesome things. Killing these skelly boys is awesome, but not what I'm referring to. Up this ladder. Oh no. Illusory wall. Now if we take it right here, this will just bring us back to Patches. No problemo. And if we go left, we got a few things. So we're going to be going up here next. But first, we're going to drop down here. There is a skelly boy that is up top here. You can shoot him with arrows and kill him if you want, but there's not really much of a point. you're pretty much safe all around this side to do that, but anywho, let's drop down this hole. And now there's a whole bunch of skeletons in here, and we are after that item over there, which is our large divine. So what I'm going to do is be a little bit edgy and get all of these skelly boys over here. And once they're piled up for me, this is risky, but I'm going to try to attack him. Oh, this works so much better when I did it the other time. I killed like everyone, but alright. This time I did not. So quickly grab Soul Brave Warrior. Sprinting, sprinting, sprinting very calmly. Take the large divine ember. Big eyeballs, not scary at all. Swoop-ow! I wonder, did I just hit him and not kill him? That'd be sad. Nah, this should take enough damage to die. But, okay. Now you understand dying. You didn't even get hit, you fucking faker. Anyway, with them dead and the large ember in hand, we are now going to climb back up. And up this ladder. And run up the path that we'd seen before. Dude's dead. I'm just going to heal up a little bit because at the top of this ladder we are going to jump off of it onto an item. Hello, said item. Sweet. Got our soul item. Drop it down extremely carefully as not to jump into the abyss. Alright. Another pair of eyes watching us. So, large soul of a proud knight. Ding. Up the ladder. And then we're going to climb up here and drop down on the other side for this item. Some eyes of death. Now, an important note, I will say it again before we go in and fight the boss, if I remember, but once we kill this boss, you can no longer level up the Gravelord Covenant. So, if you are playing with that, you're going to want to level it up prior to killing the boss. Anyway, let's walk up here, we'll grab this item, it's the one that's right outside of Pinwheel's boss room. And then you can drop down, and if you hadn't done so previously, if you missed that walk off to the right, you will get one more opportunity here. And then you can just keep trying that if you need to. But anywho, walk down, slide, walk forward, slide. Stick to the right here. Once again, you can make it. If you don't, you'll just fall off onto here next to patches. And then, yeah. Now we're going to talk to this guy, because he was a dick.
Well, let's just calm. Oh, did you wrong?
Now he's going to be like, do you forgive me? Come on, man. And we are going to say, nope.
Forgive me. You and me.
And he's gonna be like, dude, come on, please. I know I was mean, but take this. Gives us twin humanities. Cool. So that is it with him for now. Now he just giggles about all that fun stuff. Anyway, he's going to become a merchant back in Firelink Shrine. He's a pretty useful merchant, so not gonna kill him. From here, let's level up our strength, but honestly, I suppose I'm going to pop some souls anyway. Now what I'm about to do is completely optional. What I'm going to do is I'm going to warp to the Undead Parish. I'm going to give Andre the large divine ember that I just got, and I'm going to beef up my Zweihander as much as I can, because I want to use that in the fight against Nito. It is absolutely not necessary. I just did it in the walkthrough prep using the Black Knight Sword +5. And honestly, I kind of struggled. It was just not my best boss fight. Maybe I was getting bad luck. But I would now like to... Oh, it's key. I mean, that's what's wrong. I'd like to try it with a divine weapon to see if that makes much of a difference for me. So I'm just going to pop some big souls here. Usually I don't use up all my soul items. I like to keep them till just about the end of the game, and then I use them all to purchase boss weapons or boss armors, which I'll show you how to do after this episode. Anyway, he's in awe. We'll give him this big ember, and should be able to modify, yeah. Alright, so now divine, I'll get it up to, I suppose there's +6. I guess I can't get it to +10 here then. I think I have quite enough. Probably should check that. Yeah, I'll need 2 more, or 3 more, and then we will be getting all the stuff we'll need to get that to +10 throughout this, but I'll give it a shot. And then, let's see, strength's at 34. Man. I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna go ahead and use all these bad boys. I want 36 strength. Strength is at 36. I'm now super duper strong. And can hold on to this big boy. Black Knight Great Axe. It's just so sweet. Alright. I'm going to warp to the Tomb of the Giants and carry on.
Did you rob?
Yeah, so his dialogue is just start with that. Heading this way, we should have a big old doggo. Now, these guys are pretty freaky. For the most part, they're not that bad, but what he just did, any of his lunging forward attacks where he just repeatedly hits you, those you really have to watch out for. They can take out pretty much your entire health bar. And just because this isn't a one-hit on the dogs, I'm actually going to switch back to my Black Knight sword. I know that they're both 2 hits, and it's not really worth swinging that big thing around right now. Walking through the fog wall here, we're going to have an archer, another dog, and I can hear the footsteps of a Black Knight. Let's see if we can take out our dog first. Okay, that was almost really bad timing. Alright, Black Knight dead, White Titanite chunk, sweet. Just give me 2 more of those and a slab, baby. Alright, so this whole area, very dark, can be kind of confusing, but it's not that big, so... if you're really struggling, just take your time, get a light, and figure out the area. Right here is basically just an O shape. And in the middle of the O shape is where we are going to go to progress. But first, knock out Skillet Boy. And we're going to grab this item. Now, don't try any other really risky drop-offs, but this very first area where we had Skillet Boy, we're going to have an item where if we walk straight forward, I like to go perpendicular to that dead body. So perpendicular to the dead body, so you don't miss this. And then you just run over here, and there's going to be a bunch of those little tower skeletons popping up. for the covetous silver serpent ring, which is going to give you more souls every time you kill somebody. So a popular strategy is to throw that on right after you kill a boss. It'll give you 10% more souls. Anywho, those boys dead. Now I'm going to jump back on over here. Let's run up here. You really don't want to mess with them. If they catch you in their little stun locks, it's not a good time. Just gonna head back up to the top. Okay. So this is the top where we were. Okay, that should be the effigy shield. So, yeah, back over here we have patches. This way. Oh, dog ate. Yeah, that attack right there. If I was standing there when he started that thing, I'd be dead. Alright, but just kind of to reorient you, we walk through this little fog wall. We kill the doggo, Black Knight, head on over here, kill the archer. Perpendicular to this body, we drop down, and then you're going to end up on a lower level over here. We're not going to drop down there from here, because it's just a little bit dangerous. But now we're going to head down through the little circle, hang right, and grab the item that's been tempting my eye off in the distance. This is going to be the effigy shield. Cool, so with the shield, run on back. And you can see that bonfire down there. Don't try to drop down from here, just keep moving forward. You know, we're really close to the other bonfire anyway. Like I said, this is not a big area, just dark and confusing. Anywho, you can drop off here, but another section where you don't need to drop off. You can instead just follow the walls around. Carefully walk in. And if you just hug the walls, you'll be able to find your way around most of the time. So, sticking to the left, here we have this bonfire. Just for the hell of it, let's go ahead and kindle this one all the way up. If my boss fight goes as poorly as it did in my prep, then I don't want that anyway. If you've made it to this point and collected all the items thus far, don't worry, you're really not going to be re-fighting anything anyway, so. We are seated, killed once, killed twice. And 3 times. Additionally, you are going to want to be human if you are trying to get all of the NPC invasions. Paladin Leroy will invade us, we'll get an easy backstab on him. And then we'll actually get his armor in the boss fight. So, anywho, leave the bonfire, just stick to this, and then if you want to head towards the boss, you go down this direction, but again, we're going to be carefully just showing you the entire area. It's like they take everything that I do in my walkthrough prep, and they're like, you know what? I've learned. And then they just destroy me. Alright, so those guys dead. Now, bonfire's here. We're going to go down. As we go down, just stick tight to the right. Inside of here, we've got an item. A white titanite chunk. Again, now I just need one more to get this baby up to fucking +9. And then there's a slab we'll be getting 2. Now, just very carefully stick to the right and keep walking around. There are 3 doggos. One of them will probably follow you. And you can fight all 3 doggos. Like, it's not that hard unless they go apeshit on you, but you just stick to the right. It'll lead you down here. And you walk over and grab this item. Otherwise, if you fight the 3 doggos, you can just drop down and grab it, but Looks like nobody followed. Sticking to the right just leads you to drop down here anyway, so no big deal. Then we have a ladder. Go down the ladder. Start heading this direction, and we are pretty much to the boss. So what's going to happen is we're going to stay along this ledge. Through this hole is the way to the boss fight, but first Paladin Leroy will invade us, and we're just going to go and get behind him. So I'm just going to sprint on over here and get us an easy backstab on Paladin Leroy. Yay. Humanity, Grant, and Sanctus. Grant is like an awesome, beefy, strength faith weapon. With that out of the way, into the hole. Kill this lizard. Oh, come here. Give me some Titanite green. And, oh, what? White Titanite chunks. Okay. Man, it's just making me feel bad. I really want to go level that thing up now. If I die, I'm gonna go level it up. If I don't die, I'm gonna be happy, because I'd just rather not die, to be honest. Keep on running through here. Should be a guy pop up behind you now. Don't want him sniping at you while you're running. Honestly, you can run past these dudes, but they're easy kills, easy souls. Oh, man. Oh, don't do me like that. Alright, little homies are dead. What? Okay, Mike Tyson. Anyway, into the big old room, and here you'll notice all these dudes sitting down. They're just spineless creatures. So no disrespect, but you can walk on through all those dudes if you like. Now in this room we've got a bunch of pinwheels. It takes 4 poison arrows to poison them. They die super easy anyway, so you really don't need to worry about that, but it is kind of convenient as you're running around. If you don't run into them, but they just kind of die. Also, we've got these little skelly boys. They hit harder than they should. It's kind of dumb, but I'll take it. And it's not just like a few of them. There's a ridiculous amount of them. Yeah, he didn't even get poisoned. He just decided to die. What a fucking pussy. I hope my children watch this someday. Okay, well, I feel like I got it. I at least gotta hit some of them. But down here, grab our soul of a hero. Aha, these are probably your parents. What would Harry Potter do? Bada bing, bada boom. So we get all these little homies. Go ahead and hit me once. Yeah. So they inflict toxic. That's the main reason they're a danger. That and just the sheer amount of them. So if you get cornered and they start wailing on you, you can go down quick. Another white Titanite chunk. Those can be dropped by the pinwheels that we're killing. So if you just see them around, that's what it's from. Come here, boyos. I hate you, skeleton boys. You know, that's actually kind of terrifying. Like, these are tiny skeletons. What are they from? I mean, they're obviously hominid. Bipedal hominid skeleton. Okay, heading up, you can roll down here, grab this Titanite slab. So now we can get that baby all the way to +10. Our maximum reinforcement for the divine weapon. Hey kids, a Bieber concert. Alright. Now, up. We'll grab this item, and that is the last thing prior to the boss. In the boss room, we have the Paladin set from Leroy. Also, Paladin's free-to-play game. It's a good game. Play it. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna take off his sunlight helm. do I want to wear? What do I want to wear? You know what? I'm gonna go fast trolley boy on him. Okay, I don't need to have all set. I'm gonna go, like, flippy fast boy. And we give this a shot. Okay. Sweet. Never see it coming. Now the boss can inflict toxic. So that can be very annoying. There are a few things with him. Obviously he has his ability to inflict toxic. He uses the Gravelord sword, something that we got from joining his covenant. There are going to be other skeletons in the room. Now, if you stick close to him, he will kill them. Not intentionally, just while he's trying to kill you. However, sometimes that doesn't work out too well, and you just end up getting ganked by him and all the other skeleton boys. The unfortunate thing is they continue to come back to life, so that is why we're going to try and use this Divine Spyhander. Also, you'll occasionally hear some sweet music, which is him summoning his sword through the ground to hit you. Okay, we don't like that. Also, if it looks like he's winding up to do some sort of explosion attack, that's what he's doing. It's not like a noisy thing, he's just like, let's huddle up and bang. Let's try taking out these boys. Okay. So this is probably going to make it a lot easier, because when I did this previously, killing the skeletons didn't give me any souls, it should just be us against him after the last couple. And I'm going to say just off of doing this much, that is going to be so much easier. Alright, so that scream right there. You're going to have a butt plug just shoot up into the air and try to kill you. Well, now let's just fucking wail on him. Give me my big ol' axe. I'm not light enough. I don't want to be light enough. Alright, so no Skelly Boys should be joining us. We're just gonna roll away and bada bing, bada boom on him. That has a very, very wide range, so you really have to back from that. It's pretty telegraphed, but again, there's no sounds, so. Yeah, this thing hits like a truck. One real direct hit, as you can see, inflicts toxic. And then you get toxic, and then he starts to hit you with a fucking red hot butt plug. You're not in for a good time. And he likes to spam that shit too, so. And now he's doing this. Oh, I thought he was. Oh, come on, let me hit you with a jump attack. There we go. How about a flip attack? Bam. Alright. Yeah, do your thing. Do your thing. Alright. One more good hit should do. Jump out of the way. Man, I kind of wanted that. Oh, what? Come on. Alright, that was way easier. 10 out of 10, highly recommend using a blessed or divine weapon to take out your boy from the get-go. I think I've already got my souls, but no. Alright, I'll put on my symbol of avarice and a little boost here. Anyway, that is it for the main game, minus the final boss. So I'm going to go ahead and light this bonfire, sit down at it, and then we're going to warp back to Firelink Shrine, and I'll show you the best way to spend some of these 6 souls. So now that we're back at Firelink, oh, additionally I should mention, just on my way to do this, the maiden that we helped out, she has gone to where we get our very first Firekeeper soul. So if you start making your way up towards Andre through Firelink, through the shortcut, you will find her there. Now, if you've been following this guide, you will just be able to go buy miracles and whatnot from her. However, if you had done this earlier on, after you kill a couple of bosses, the last fat dude goes hollow as well and kills her, so. Anyway, what we're doing is heading back towards our first ring of sacrifice, where this homie is just chilling. Now, he's been here for a while. We just haven't stopped to talk to him. So if you've already stopped to talk to him, great. But if you haven't, now that we've beaten all the bosses in the game, less the DLC bosses, you can buy from him anything that comes from a boss. So he's got the Golem armor from the boss over at Sen's Fortress. You can buy Ornstein's armor. I mean, just go ahead and have a look. He's got some pretty sweet stuff. So do I want to buy any of this right now? Ornstein stuff is pretty sick. So is the Golem. The Golem set's an awesome set. But
thank you.
I'll actually come back after the DLC and purchase things. For now, I'm going to use these souls to level up. Alright. Just because it's been bothering me all episode, somebody's going to say something about it if I don't do this now. I am going to warp to the Undead Parish bonfire, and I'm going to make my Zweihander plus 10, level up, and then end the episode. In the next one, we will be hopping into the DLC. Actually, this is a good bonfire to start that from. So we will do that.
Well, how about I find it? Yes, this ember really is some icing.
Alright, reinforce. Let's get this bad boy pumping. I'm probably not even going to use it now, but now I have a plus 10 Zweihander that's divine, so that is always very, very cool. Kind of want to pump up the Moonlight Greatsword, but there's also no point in that with a strength build. Alright. Sitting here, I will level up my strength. Yes, I just want to be beefy now. Alright guys, we will call that an episode. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you in the next one.